off. Merge broadcast settings. Stop streaming. I'm done. I eat poopy. And also, I eat moomy. Pigs!
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Chiefs football as we jump into the action in the first quarter of play. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for two. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Oh, he almost picked that. James.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for two after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
As the Chargers come back out here offensively, you think about what happened this past season, and look, the only word to describe it, really disappointing. This was a team that finished 12-4 last year, won a wild card game, expected to be contenders in the AFC West, if not the AFC period. But they start 2-5, Charles, and 5-11 all told. That really threw cold water on any ambitions they may have had.
And how many times does it feel like we've seen the Chargers start 2-5? but have a big finish and are contenders for a playoff spot, if not getting into them. So to me, the big story was they didn't close like they normally do. The 2-5 start actually led the way to a true 5-11 season. Very unusual for them, and now let's move it forward. Going into a new stadium next year. Have to sell tickets. Will Phillip Rivers still be their quarterback? That's the biggest question coming out of Charger land. They have committed to Anthony Lynn as their head coach. But will they have a new guy on the field calling plays next year? And right now, there's a certain free agent back in New England that people are talking about possibly migrating south.
That's what's interesting. What's been stable in the league is a few of these quarterbacks at spots, like Breeze down in New Orleans, Brady in New England, and Rivers with the Chargers. That could all be shaken up a little bit.
It certainly can, and let me correct my geography, migrating west, because when I say south, the people in Tennessee get excited about number 12 possibly headed their way.
Here's Hill on the return. Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
You were open in the end zone, Tyreek.
He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes.
Go down.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Dang!
Get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. Let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think we're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out
Oh
of your
my
running
gosh, I'll take my
plays,
3.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 3rd down, Rivers, and that is incomplete.
Keaton Allen gets covered by a middle linebacker.
Start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities, but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Let's dive a little deeper into Kansas City's Super Bowl title as their offense comes back out here, CD. First title in 50 years. Last one the 1969 season. And, of course, a lot of talk about Andy Reid's first title. Well-deserved for him.
And how about the way that this team wins games on offense? So much motion, so much variety. You know, anyone can touch the football and make a big play. It actually is a nod to the team that won the Super Bowl after the 69 season. There was a lot of that in that offense. And who could ever forget then head coach Hank Graham on the sidelines. 65, toss power trap. This could break, boys. This could break. And there's the touchdown. And in this game, you're going to hear a play called Wasp. And that's the big throw on 3rd and 50.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
I don't even care if they run it.
We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Pass it.
And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
He's gonna do
Down
it.
2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I know you're fast.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Get that block!
Nice
Who is that?
on the return there,
I'm going to bench him.
And the
rest of the game.
Will take over with a new set of downs.
I found out who that was.
Here comes Kansas City. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
How do you miss that?
I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics.
What is that?
Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Honestly, what was that?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking again for Watkins, and this time it's complete.
Okay.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field.
Oh my gosh! I thought you had a flipping good arm.
Back to the drawing board.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mahomes firing complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a
Eat that
Kansas
booty!
Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game.
You just get drunk. You suck.
Half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up.
I feel like he's just in a knee.
The Charger drive about to get going. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now Gordon on first down.
I'm not worried about that run. I'm not. I'm not worried about that run because I'm sending a lot of people up the middle.
A toss play, Gordon.
Yeah, that run's gonna get blown up.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's gonna bring up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Oh my gosh.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Throwing, Rivers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Hitchens coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
How did he stay up?
And down to the 7-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Rivers out quickly here to Allen.
Keenan Allen can't do anything.
Nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Get that trash off your floor.
3rd and
Can I
15
put
here
2 more
after the
minutes?
1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Play fake to Gordon.
Yes, sir.
Now Rivers finding Green complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown.
Kylie throws a bottle in here.
Is that
Nice.
now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. This is taken at his 4.
There's like no chance of returning
Here he
that.
gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's
Roughing the
complete to
passer.
Sterling. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but
That's
also
roughing
not
the
a penalty.
It's too
passer.
bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Brushing off defenders. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of the
After I
Super Bowl
score
from
this.
Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll be
Oh,
taken
if I
down, but
score
not
this.
before he gets into enemy territory. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that
I'll do a
time.
play action.
Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl, 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get...
Watch this be like an hour.
Carries, but did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now, in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns. Wow. So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between undrafted free agent running backs, because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted.
I'm going for that.
Great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Oh, what a move.
Dang it, that was Joey Bosa.
Tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Obviously, because it's Joey Bosa.
But it won't pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 46. This pass finds its way to Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers, Hunter Henry brings it in.
Alexa, play Valentine.